The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Charcoal, Kel 360, and Kel Kids Toothpaste.
You're welcome to the PL Show. My name is Keminni, Amanor. So who are we meeting today? We're meeting a very wonderful woman. She has practically raised me from the comfort of my home on the screen. And if you're like me, then you would understand what I'm talking about when we finally meet her. So stay here with us. We'll bring you that big conversation with this very, very phenomenal lady. The PL Show is brought to you by the Kel Toothpaste brands, Kel 360, Kel Charcoal, and Kel Kids. And my makeup is kind courtesy African American Beauty Academy and Spa. This is the PL Show. Stay with us.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe. Yum.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. This is the PL Show. And let's take a look at this. Right, so my guest today is the Abi Adatsi. I wish I could just get up and give you a hug.
Why not?
Thank you. Let me get this off my bucket list. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's an absolute honor to be hosting you.
Thank you.
Because, and I'll tell you why, I used to watch you growing up. Mm-hmm. And there was something about you, the way you spoke. I knew I wanted to speak like that. And yes, the way you spoke your English, it was so beautiful, so sweet. I mean, where did that come from? Have you always been like that?
That's $1 million question. Anyway, thank you so much for having me on this program. It is indeed phenomenal. Keminni, where do I start from? Would I say it's always been? I don't know. I think it's a gift.
You had this cooking show. Mm-hmm. And there was one time that you had a guest on the cooking show. And that should tell you, you probably don't remember. I should tell you how much I've watched you. Where does the Abi Adatsi story begin?
Abi Adatsi. And I'm so happy you're just pronouncing my surname very well. A lot of people are not able to do that. Abi Adatsi, let me say, was born 62 years ago. She hails from the Volta region, precisely Peki. My parents are deceased. Then I have 3 siblings, made up of a girl and 2 boys. I'm the third of the 4. Unfortunately, I've lost 2. The one directly after me, who is a boy, and then the one I come directly after, who is a girl. Honestly, that sister of mine was my mentor, my everything. When we lost our mom, she became my mom, everything of mine. So it really hit me hard. That was just, it's getting to 2 years now. She lived in the States. Anyway, let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, I see that gets you.
So, yes, I started my education from Accra here. Then my daddy was an engineer with Shell Ghana Limited. So he was transferred to Takrady. I continued my education there. That's Takrady Experimental. And sat for the common entrance in class 6. Actually, my daddy asked me to try my hands at it. Unfortunately, the results came out well. So when I passed, I had to go to Yasantua Girls Secondary School there in Kumasi. Fortunately or unfortunately, I went to school very early. That was, I turned 11
Wow.
Yes, in May, and then I went to school in September. So I went to Form 1 when I was 11 years old.
11?
Yes. Completed when I was 16 years. And I was like my dad's pet. So it's like, mitimia mi debisa, anyway. The results were not too good, so I had to resit. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do it again. So when I finally decided to take another shot at it, those in Form 5 had already been registered for WAEC.
Right.
So I had to go back to Form 4, which I did reluctantly, but I had to. So I went back to Form 4 at Adonting Secondary School. Completed. The results this time was good. But then I was torn between being a nurse or a teacher. And it took a lot of time to decide, but I wanted to go to the teaching field. So when that came through, when they called me, I quickly left. Before nursing, Kolibu also called. But my mom knew I couldn't do nursing because, honestly, I would rather weep on the patient if I saw such things. So I had then gone to the teacher training college, also in Ebri, Presbyterian Women's Training College. From there, I came, after 3 years, started teaching, taught at Kanishi Anglican Girls, and then ended up at Bishop Boys on the High Street in Accra.
So how long were you teaching for?
I did that for 3 years and then went back to school, Winneba, and did home economics.
Okay.
And then came out and taught for 11 years.
Wow. So when did acting begin?
Acting began after my post-secondary education.
Okay.
When I started teaching. That was 1982. But I remember when I was in primary school at Takrade, there was speech day or something. Yes. I played the part of a cat.
A cat.
Meow, meow, meow. I remember
Wait,
faintly.
what was the cat
Faintly.
doing in the play?
Keminni. Can I even remember? Faintly, no, I can't. Please don't go there. That was somewhere in the 70s. I'm sure you were not born then.
No, not sure
Secondary
my
school in
parents had met.
72. And that was around 69, 70, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway, coming back to that. So I was at Labone for 11 years. And then I was transferred to the office, the Metro Education Office, as the assistant PRO. Aside of my teaching background, I did public relations and advertising at the Institute of Journalism.
Oh,
Yes. And then, aside of that, I tell people I wear many hats.
you do?
Many hats because aside of my teaching background, professional, I'm a teacher by profession. And then the acting just came to me as a gift. I did public relations and advertising. I also did ticketing and reservation, IATA.
Oh.
I did it to the consultancy level.
Wow.
Yes. And then what's the fifth thing that I do? Well, because of the home economics background, I went to do some course in cake decoration.
Wow.
Yes. So
We'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. And then we'll talk about your first acting role.
okay.
Because that's what we know you for, mostly.
I know.
You're watching the PL show. Let's take a look at how she became what she is today, from seed to oak.
That's Adonting Secondary School.
Adonting Secondary
This
School.
is training college. This is also
What were
training
you
college.
thinking when you took this
I don't
one?
know. This is Winnie Bar. I was sat at my balcony.
And this is
Introduced
Labone.
somebody at Labone Secondary School during speech day. And these are one we took this at Ghana Aluminium Company, Pioneer Aluminium Company,
Okay.
where they produce cooking utensils. And we were going around some factories performing. That's one of the performances. Oh my God.
You're very nostalgic right now.
Very, very, very much so.
But let's talk about acting. You say it began very early on in your
Yes,
life.
yes.
But how did you get your first role?
That reminds me, 1982, when I came out of college, like I said earlier on, I had a cousin at GBC. So he introduced me to another late, Nana Bosumpra. Yes, that was when he was doing the Chi drama. It was Keteke. That's when we had the station master. That's why the name Keteke. Mami Dokno, David Donto, and the rest. On television, it was Tree Keteke.
Right. And you were speaking Chi?
Yes, I speak.
Oh,
I
wow.
speak of. Honestly, let me see. I put Tree into 3 main categories. I speak Fanti fluently. I speak Ashanti Tree fluently, and I speak Akuapem Tree fluently.
Wow.
Later on, I realized I was Get Involved. So I decided to move to Get Involved.
What is Get Involved?
Get Involved was another television series. So every Thursday, the sick tune, we are all involved. We are
Oh, that's
all
where it comes
involved.
from.
We are all involved in building a motherland.
I see. What's your most memorable role you have played?
I think Aluta Continua.
Was that a movie? A full movie?
No, it was, no, would I say a movie? A series? A television series? Oh, Aluta Continua, my houseboy, I was always calling him Patrick, because it had to rhyme. So I would always call him 3 times. Patrick. That's, I'm getting up there, getting annoyed before he pops up. And then another one, one of these series on television too. So my name was Bortelli in that particular episode. I was walking along the streets of Makola one day, and then this lady goes right opposite the Methodist bookshop. Hey, nyakwa, Bortelli pete window le ya. It's Bortelli the bitter widow.
Amazing. But that's also how, it also probably means that you played that role really well.
Oh, yes, I did.
Was acting worth it? Looking at your era of, the trade, was it worth it?
Keminni, truth be told, those times I did it with passion. I loved it. So I wasn't really thinking about, was it worth it? I getting what you want out of it? Talking about financial rewards? No. I just loved it. Getting on there, either stage or television, it was with so much love.
When you consider acting back then and now, what would your analysis be?
You want me to touch on some
Yes,
nerves?
yes, please do.
You want me to go there?
Step on some toes for
I
us.
don't want to do that. Keminni, should they come from me? You people will be the best judges, let me put it that way, because having watched years back what some of us did and comparing it to what is happening now, you can easily tell. Honestly, I'm not too enthused. I'm not happy at all. You see some productions and it's like, I sit there and I do this. I said, oh my God, why should it be this? Why should it? No. This shouldn't even come out in the first place. But, well, who are you? I didn't invest or I'm not the sponsor or anything. But truth be told, it's not the best.
It's not the
we,
best.
We could do better.
What would it take for you to accept a role now?
I'm all ready to go out and do it. I'm just even waiting for scripts.
Okay.
Yes, because anytime I go out there, when are you coming back? We miss you people.
Yes, we do.
And because I've been in and out of town, that's another factor.
Yeah.
Had it not been for that, I think I would have been. But I'm sure this year, 2023, I'm coming fully. I'm coming back fully.
Very well.
Once the
We look forward to that.
All right.
But I've always wondered, when you grow up with people, work with people a lot, and like you've indicated, your makeup begins to call some of you. Does it bring into perspective for you what your own mortality is and what your legacy would be?
Keminni, why do you want me to be talking about mortality, please? No, just let me chip this in. I was at a funeral last Tuesday, and the sermon, the preacher said, please remember everyone is going to go one day. I said, minus me, I'm not going. And then someone just turned and laughed. I said, oh, madam. I said, yes, I'm not going now. I'm not ready, please don't say that. Anyway, legacy. Just as I walked in here, or when you heard you were going to interview me, you said, wow, I've been watching that lady, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be the same story. Yes.
Since you said that you speak a lot of Chi, take us on a break.
Oh, no, Keminni. Michelle school, I say, what a Takrade is a me papa. Worrying him. The best comes from the west. And now, me feel also na mbese ko secondary school. Oye. Mo se dey. Me ko ya Sandro. Sa. Ma kukudrufo. Ye ya de hye pa. Me pa cha wo se den. There be o. Sa de na ya mo ye no. Enye o. Obia de. Woro ya de a. Esese wo ye bibia. Ema obi ehu a nani beje wo se wo obia papani oyi wotetu ni ye. Oyi ofufie pe.
You're watching the PL show. The Seed to Oak segment is brought to you by the Kel Kids toothpaste brand. When we come back, we'll talk a bit more of what she's been doing since, she stopped appearing on our screens. Don't go away.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel Kids.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids. Happy smile.
You're welcome back to the show. We've been chatting a lot. And if you just joined us, you have missed a whole lot. But there's still a bit more coming your way. My guest today is Abi Adatsi. Wonderful woman. We've been learning a lot about her, how she began her acting career, what the most memorable role has been. We haven't talked, although, Abi, about what your most challenging role has been. Which one would you consider that?
That was on stage. Trial of Kwame Nkrumah.
Ooh.
Yes. Stage work, it's not like television or movie or whatever. Like you can always edit, cut, edit, put in this. The audience is right in front of you. Absolutely. So if you make a mistake, if you get stuck, you're stuck. Especially if you don't get a good prompter to be prompting you. And sometimes they rather mess you up. So you better get your lines correct, get everything correct, so that when you are there, yes, it's you and your God, you are there alone. And it's very challenging.
Why was that one challenging for you?
Challenging because if you missed your lines, whoever has to come in will not come in. Whatever you have to say will be meaningless. And there, your audience will get to know that there's something. Yes, you messed up.
You also spent some time at the Ghana Education Service.
Yes, I did.
And you rose to assistant director.
Yes, I did.
Where
did you get all that from?
Well, this is the PL show. We're doing our homework. So talk to us about that.
I got to the position of assistant director before leaving finally through public relations related, because I went to the office with my public relations background.
Okay.
Yes. And to me, office work is not as challenging as in the classroom. Because look at the backgrounds of all these students, different backgrounds, and how to relate to them. It wasn't easy. But with the office work, it was okay. I just missed the classroom more than the office. Yes.
How long were you there for?
5-6 years.
Okay.
Before leaving, yes.
And when you left there, where did you go?
I did catering most of the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I did catering.
Until 2015, when you received your appointment.
Yes.
Yes.
Keminni.
To the high office.
Oh, please. It was an honor.
What was that office like?
Oh, for a change, I loved it. And I met most Ghanaians. Anytime anyone heard I was there and they had something doing in the mission, they would definitely want to see me. And I never said no.
Why do you think the Mahama administration chose you to go to Canada and represent the country?
Former president, if you are please watching this show, can you please, with all due respect, let Keminni know why you chose me or you asked me to go to Canada and serve as a deputy high commissioner. That I wouldn't be able to tell Keminni, please.
No,
don't.
but what did he tell you when you got a call that they wanted you to go to Canada for Ghana?
He said, Abi, are you ready to serve Mother Ghana? I said, Your Excellency, yes, I am. He said, well, I would love it if you would want to go to. I said, with all pleasure, because 2014, I had gone to Toronto. That was my first time in Canada through the Lions Clubs International. If you know Lions,
Yep.
yes, I'm a member of the Lions Club.
Okay.
So went for a convention in 2014 in Toronto. I just loved Canada. I said, oh, wow, that's a beautiful country.
Yes.
So serene. I just loved it. So when it happened, and I said, Your Excellency, sir, where are you taking me to Canada? I said, oh my God, that has been my dream country.
Common events cast their shadows, don't
Thank you. Thank you. I said, hey, so 2014, oh, it was just preparing me
Yes.
for the place. So when I finally got to Ottawa, I was so happy.
And at Ottawa, at the 59th independence, you said Ghanaians needed to go back to their selflessness, their roots. And I'm just wondering, back then, what did you see that made you say that?
Your identity goes a long way. And you should make sure that you keep to that identity. What makes you Keminni? What makes you a Ghanaian? You understand? I believe that our culture is so rich. I just love being a Ghanaian. And I don't see the reason why I have to throw it away and replace it with something foreign. So no matter what, no matter where, no matter how high, your identity, just make sure
There are
you
those who
preserve it.
find it difficult to, identify or put a finger on what the identity of Ghana is. What is it really? What is our identity?
No, it could be through different areas of our lives. It could be your food. It could be your dressing.
Yep.
It could be the way you even talk. All these play into our identities. So it depends on which aspect you would want to take it up from.
What do you do for fun?
I love listening to music and dancing. Especially, I love reggae music.
Oh, wow.
Lucky Dube is my favorite.
It makes two of us. I love reggae music too. So what's your favorite Lucky Dube song?
Going back to my roots.
I'm going back.
Back to my roots, baby.
Yeah, love that one
Reggae
too.
music is all that I need. I want to miss.
I can
the-
imagine.
Yes, I just love it. I just love it.
We're going to go into the segment we call the DIY. Like, I'm so excited about that. So let's take a look at that.
I am going to decorate a simple cake. I have 2 layers of cakes here, one vanilla and the other a chocolate cake. First, this is the cake board, and you put a little butter icing. I'm doing this simply because I don't want the cake to fall off the board. I think I'll do the chocolate first. I'm just going to have some icing, the butter icing. I'm going to put my vanilla on it. This is called a cake cone. We have different, it has 3 serrated areas. Serrated means zigzag, yes. So let me see, for this cake, I would want to use the middle side, and this is hot water. You comb the cake till you get your desired effect. This is my piping bag. In there, we call it a coupler, it's in there. And then the nozzle or the tip. So I'm just going to put in my chocolate icing.
I want cake now because of what I just saw.
I hear you.
Is it so easy to do stuff like that?
Yes, because
You have
It
it
is.
at your fingertips. You
Yes.
train.
Yes, I did cake decoration course
Oh.
at Hatchcraft.
Okay. Remember the DIY segment is brought to you by Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel, happy smile. Still here with me is Abi Adatsi. Share with us the story of your family because you seemed really busy your entire life.
That's very true.
So, how have you managed to juggle?
Let me put it this way. Biologically, I have a daughter. She's an attorney now in the States. She's also married with 2 kids. And I have 2 lovely grandchildren, a boy and a girl. I've adopted a lot of children. I have other children I take care of. And my nieces and nephews, yes. I was married some 25 or 26 years ago.
Okay.
That's when I had my daughter. But now I'm the freest woman on earth.
Single,
Very
single and searching or single and minding my business?
That's it. Single and minding my business. That is it.
You said you have a daughter.
Yes, my daughter.
For some reason, I thought the actor Aaron Adatsi was your son. Do you know him?
No, I heard about him.
Oh,
No,
right.
I don't know him.
For some reason, they've got all of us thinking that Aaron is
No.
related to you.
That is my maiden name. That's my father's name. So
Right.
you couldn't, yes, I have a daughter. I don't have a yes.
Wonderful. So what was, mothering or parenting back then like for you when you had such a busy life?
Thank you. I was just lucky to have had my mom around me. So I made her come to stay with me when I gave birth to my daughter.
Right.
And then it got to a point she moved with her back to her home. So I was getting to see my daughter over the weekends if I had nothing doing. Then I'll go for her after school Friday. When I close from Laboni, I pick her up and then we go home. Sunday night or Monday morning, I take her back to my mom.
Wow.
Yes, that's how I managed it.
Has she ever spoken about that as an adult? How she felt about that?
No, because my mom was around, she didn't even feel it. And when my mom was leaving for the States to my late sister's place, she went along with her. So then I became very okay. But all the same, I had to be visiting her every year, sometimes even twice a year, just to make sure that we still connect because she was a child then. She left at age 7. She was at Northridge Lyceum class. After class 1, moving into class 2, that's when she left.
She left for the States.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you lost your younger brother.
Yes, the one right after me.
An elder sister.
Elder sister.
What were those times like? I can imagine that they were really difficult times for you.
It wasn't, my brother, it wasn't easy because I used to live with him in my house. Difficult as it was, but I scaled through. Then the unfortunate happened about a year and a half ago. I would say unfortunate because when my sister told me she had cancer of the pancreas, I said, oh, it is well. Then she went, as for you, every time it is well, everything it is well. I said, sister, it is well. We serve a living God. I call him a 1159 God because anything could happen at any time. Things could change anyway. I was then going to go to the States. I had to change my ticket about 3 times. I talked to her in hospital on a Tuesday. Wednesday, she ceased talking. And I left Ghana on the Thursday. Got to the States on Friday, Madison, Wisconsin. Saw my sister. But she couldn't talk. Jigbadi, then she opened her eyes. Mrs. Achia, Jigbadi Adachi. Then following morning, my sister passed. I got there on Friday, Saturday morning, she was gone. I still can't believe it. The only thing that makes me believe it a little is I don't get calls from her like I used to get. Keminni, it's not easy.
What was the last thing you said to her before, she ceased talking?
That was when she was in hospital and I said, oh, sister, you are looking so beautiful. Her face, she was okay. I just saw that, my sister is looking good. Why is someone asking, have you seen your sister, blah, blah, blah. Then I said, sister, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. And that I'm coming. I'll get to Madison soon. She said, Sa eba na imbusha, meaning literally to it, if you come and you don't come to weep, you don't come to cry. I said, munsu, mubusu de munsu. Then she said, okay. she was tired of talking. I mean, she was sort of getting out of breath.
Yeah.
So I just cut the video. It was a video call I had my niece do for me. And then, so I didn't know that was the last time I was going to talk or hear her voice. Yes.
And it's been 1.5 years now.
Yes, September 18th will be 2 years. About 1.5 years now, yes.
How do you think that has changed you?
Keminni, it has, it just hits me. And I just said to myself, what are we in this world for? Within a twinkle of an eye, it's a different ball game altogether. And exactly. She came down early 2019 before we went down for the lockdown or something.
Yes, 2020.
2020,
lockdowns, yeah.
right. So she was here, I think, from December through January. And I love our African clothes, so as I have a lot. So I said, sister, pick some with my niece and just go and make some clothes out of it. She did. She picked. Hey, Abi, papa. We speak Fanti a lot because of Takrady. Abi, papa, Mrs. Sister Fair, Dama. So she went to make all these clothes. She was so excited. So when I got there after her passing, I just stood in front of her wardrobe. And all the things she made, she didn't wear them because when she got back, COVID had gotten so serious, so she was working remotely from the house. So she didn't get any place to go with her clothes.
With those clothes.
And they were all on the hangers lined up. So I said,
What for? Anyway, I've got a surprise for you to uplift your spirit right now. Yes, and it will come a little later. I know it's got your antenna
what is that?
really up and high, but that's our very first one. This is the PL show. We'll be right back.
Mommy.
Michelle say. Fe. Yum.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Sankofa,
Yenchi, Kale Chocolate Toothpaste.
happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Right now, we want to give her her very first surprise. I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready? Yay! Yay!
Mr. Kono!
The Lord is good. The Lord is good.
Wow!
You look well fed, eh?
Oh, look at him. Same with you.
How many years?
How many years?
A long time. You look so good.
You also
You
look
are
good.
well looked after.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
Well.
So you come back to the house. You are back to
We're
the house.
happy to be part
When
of the
I was being
reunion.
directed, I said, is it Mr. Kuono's building? As I said, yes. I said, do you know him? I said, Shay, where were you when we were? Nice seeing you.
sharp,
After
oh.
all, oh, is that right? Thank you. Thank you.
You know,
Well, we are happy to be part of this reunion. And she was asking me, when we came in, she said she knew Mr. Kuon. So I asked her, oh, you know him? And then she says, yes, we go way back. And I didn't talk. I didn't say, oh, he's coming on the show to meet you.
So I was wondering what this surprise was going to be.
because it's been a long time. We have not crossed paths.
No,
How long
at
have you
all.
known each other?
Yeah.
Very long.
Oh, way back. We're
Way
working
back.
on Nestle.
Yes,
something.
yes.
And so
Way
you
back.
do the catering for us.
Yes,
Oh.
that's true.
Yeah. In fact,
80s,
we're
I would
parties.
say in
We're
the
parties. We
80s,
flow.
yes,
Yeah.
we
Wow.
flow very
And when
well.
was the last time you saw each other?
I can't
Hey.
remember.
Over 20 years.
Yes.
What do
See,
you
it's,
like about Abi?
No, she's very open-minded. She's always ready to tackle anything in life. Besides acting, she's also doing her own business, doing catering and other things, also bringing up her children. Creative also on the screen. Those days, these are the people who probably didn't get the training that those who had, but naturally they were able to make us happy in our homes. It's good news to have you here after so many years. Yeah.
Thank you.
But if you talk about people who really brought the arts to limelight, those days, these are the people.
You tend to remember only the good things.
Yes.
But you need to snitch on Auntie Abi here. What are some of the things you didn't like back then that she did that you didn't like?
It's amazing we never got into those rough
Exactly.
because we were professionals.
And he was such a gentleman,
The
you
point
wouldn't
is that
even...
we need to deliver.
He wouldn't give you
So
that.
we'll not give room to anything that will set us
Thank
back.
you.
Yeah, and you know who to call to deliver.
That's right.
Because we're handling major clients,
Right.
people who were multinational, so you have to also play your game in that sense.
Exactly.
We didn't have time for mediocre and sentiments, emotions, no.
Well, she's here today. What would you like to say to her?
I'm just thanking God for her. You know, there are people who grow into ages and they still look beautiful at that age.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring yourself down. There are people who are older and they want to look younger. But at her age and whatever I see her as she is, she's just there.
Do you want to see her back on the screens? Because I do. I so want to see her back on TV.
Yeah, I think it's about time some of the old folks come on and tell us how you were able to do your magic.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's about time. Because unfortunately, the artists, the way they end up is a bit discouraging.
Thank you.
They are only highlighted when they are not well, when they become destitute.
Thank you.
But we must also showcase those who are doing well. Then we ask, how were you able to come this far?
That is true.
The reward system at that time was not that good.
No.
Yeah.
Now they call them
just talked
celebrities.
about it, yeah.
Those they call them artists. Now they are celebrities.
I like
There
that.
was no cash, enough cash to make you a celebrity.
No.
Yeah, but then if she's able to keep herself up to this point, I mean, we say that, no.
Yeah, we should
need-
know
we need
why,
to know.
Auntie Abi.
We
How
need to
come?
know.
It's the grace of God, Keminni. Honestly, I can't pinpoint any particular. It is God.
Yeah, taking one day at a
be-
time.
Thank
and making
you.
sure you are doing the right thing.
Take a day at a time. Do the right thing. Love yourself. Love whatever you're doing.
So how did you feel seeing, your peers, your pioneering peers come up in the news and, like Mr. Kuonu said, they are asking to be helped. How did that make you feel?
I felt so sad. I said no. I hope. I'm not saying it's good for them, but I hope I don't end up that way too. God willing. It's not their fault. It's through no fault of theirs. I mean, like you were saying, those times we were referred to as artists. Now
Today
they are
celebrities,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. So
Okay, so we've got a second gift for you.
hey,
Let's have it now.
hey,
Christmas parcel.
hey. All this
Wow.
from Mr. Kuonu.
Wow, amazing. Wow, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr.
And may
Kuonu,
God bless
for
this
coming.
parcel so
Amen.
much. So,
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
I'll meet
Kuonu.
you
Nice meeting you.
backstage.
All
And
right.
we know ourselves better.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That was definitely a good one. Still to come here will be our last bit of the show where we give our second and third surprise, And let's take a look at that now. There's a mug somewhere in there.
I love mugs because I drink tea a lot.
She'll hand it over to you.
Wow. Amazing,
So thank you for
ain't it?
coming. Take a look at this. We've got this one too for you.
Oh, this is lovely. Wow. Manye. Mama Abi Adatsi. Right? Thank
Amazing.
you so very much.
Yeah, and have you used any of our products?
Oh,
Any
yes,
of
the
our-
toothpaste. This one, that's what I remember, the charcoal toothpaste. Yes, I use it.
Do you love it?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you too for watching us today. The PL show is brought to you kind courtesy Kel Toothpaste brand, Kel 360, Kel Charcoal, and Kel Kids. Kel, happy smile. Auntie Abi, are you taking us home now? Please sign us off.
Me your back could draw for ampa. Yes, Antoa. Says me your himo. Me your dish your hima Abi Adatsi. Mama Abi Adatsi. Ene, meni ajia manabroso. Mi ho bi sakrada. Mi nua ba Keminni so ma meni jiye dodo. Nyame hira. Show yi park e da mo asese. Mo ajia to mo so a emma kukudrufo, emma omaye bibi ama oman, emma omudi mu. Mo pese yi nyina ehye nkwala eba ade no. Mo frɛ yi nyina me ba ha. Mo nkoso sa mama mu nyai. if say we never share omo a omo ba no nkran ama omo aye ade papa omo aye ne se efata na oman Ghana be fa ne ntuma pa efra na ye du Amanor ne se omo hu say erei oye Ghana ni ampa obawe oye Ghana ni ampa ntimi da mo ase pa
Yes, yeah, that's a sell buy. And like they say in Chi, that's a ne. Thank you for watching the PL show. See you next week.